Stop just for one moment. I want to ask you something today. Something that might pierce straight through your chest. Something that might shake you from the inside. Something that might force you to ask yourself, where exactly do I stand? Here is that question. When darkness falls over your life, when tears refuse to stop, when no path is visible ahead, when even breathing feels heavy, in that moment, who do you call upon? Some people say in that moment, Ya Ali Madad. And they say these words with deep conviction, with profound devotion, with genuine love. But today I want to ask you something with love, with complete sincerity, without any hostility. Did Hazrat Ali himself ever tell anyone, call upon me? Did he himself ever call upon anyone other than Allah? Or did he, in every condition, in every trial, in every moment of his life, turn only and only to Allah? This question is not about Ali. This question is about you. This question is about your relationship with Allah. Today we will talk about the relationship that must come first above everything else, the relationship with Allah. And we will also talk about the love that lives in our hearts for Hazrat Ali. Whether that love is true, whether that love brings us closer to Allah or takes us further away. Hazrat Ali, the very mention of this name stirs something deep within the heart. A personality whose equal is almost impossible to find in the entire history of Islam. A man about whom the Master of the Universe sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself said, I am the city of knowledge and Ali is its gate. A man in whose hand a sword made entire armies tremble, and in whose hand a pen made rivers of wisdom and knowledge flow. A man whose prostration were so long and so deep that birds would come and sit upon his back, and he would not break his worship. A man whose nights were spent in the remembrance of Allah, and whose days were spent in the path of Allah. We love him, and that love is our right. That love is a part of our faith. That love is something we must have and must always have. But today there is something very necessary I must say to you. Love and worship. These are two entirely different things, and the ability to distinguish between these two is the very foundation of our faith. When you love someone, you speak of them, you praise them, you walk in their footsteps. But when you call upon someone in your desperation, when you turn to someone as your only support in the darkest moment of your life, that is worship. And worship belongs to Allah alone, to no one else, under no circumstance, with no exception. Allah the Almighty says in the Holy Quran, and when my servants ask you about me, then indeed I am near. I respond to the call of the one who calls upon me, when he calls upon me. Allah did not say call upon me through some saint. Allah did not say reach me through some intermediary. Allah said call upon me directly, without any medium, in your own broken language, despite your own sins, with your own weakness. Call upon me and I will answer. And now let us think, what did Hazrat Ali himself do throughout his entire life? The battle of Badr, the battle of Uhud, the battle of Khandaq, the battle of Khabar. In every single battlefield, when that stood face to face, when the enemy's army was vast and the Muslims were few, Hazrat Ali did not call upon anyone else. He called upon Allah. He placed his trust in Allah. He put his life in his hand and walked into the path of Allah. Najul Balagha, the collection of the sermons, letters and words of Hazrat Ali, honored by both Shia and Sunni Muslims. Pick up any page of that book. Read his prayer, read his supplication, read his intimate conversation with his Lord. On every single page you will find him asking only from Allah. He says, O Allah, you are my refuge, you are my shelter, you are my helper. He says, O Allah, I am in need of no one but you. Now think carefully. The man we praise, the man we claim to love with all our hearts. Are we following him? Are we walking in his footsteps? Or have we taken his name and left his path? If you truly love Hazrat Ali, then follow him. Bow before Allah the way he bowed. Weep in prostration the way he wept. Place your complete trust in Allah the way he placed his. Live with that certainty that Allah is enough, the way Ali lived. This is his true following, and this is his true love. And understand this as well: when we call upon someone other than Allah in our moment of desperation, we deprive ourselves of the greatest gift that exists in this world. That gift is a direct connection with Allah, a living, breathing, real relationship with your Creator. The kind of nearness to Allah that fills the soul with peace that nothing else in this world can give. When you bypass Allah and call upon someone else, slowly and gradually the image of Allah begins to fade in your heart. You begin to see Allah as distant, as a God who is far away, who can only be reached through some intermediary. When Allah Himself has declared, we are closer to Him than His jugular veins. The jugular vein, the vein that carries blood to your heart. Allah is even closer than that. He is with you right now. He is with you in this very moment. He knows what is buried inside your chest that you have told no one. He knows the pain you smile through every single day. He knows the fear that keeps you awake at 3 in the morning. So then, why an intermediary? Why a medium? Why distance between you and the one who is closer to you than yourself? I am not saying this against any sect. I am not saying this to belittle anyone. I am saying this out of the love that I carry for every Muslim. That your relationship with Allah becomes strong. That your prayers are accepted. That your faith remains intact. On that day when nothing will benefit anyone except the mercy of Allah. On that day there will be no Ya Ali Madad. On that day there will be no one to intercede without Allah's permission. On that day every soul will stand alone before its Lord. And the only thing that will matter on that day is how strong was your direct connection with Allah. How much did you call upon Him? How much did you trust Him? How much did you love Him? Build that connection today. Build it now. Build it while you still have time. Tonight, when all the lights in your home go out, when the children have fallen asleep, when silence surrounds everything, stop for just one moment. Place your hand upon your chest and ask yourself, how long has it been since I spoke directly to Allah? How long has it been since I placed before Allah what has been eating away at my heart? How long has it been since I called upon Allah alone in the loneliness of the night? Not out of habit, not out of ritual, but from the depth of my soul. Allah is waiting for you today, right now, in this very moment. He wants to hear your voice. He wants to see your tears. He wants to know your pain. The pain you have hidden from everyone. The wound you keep buried inside your chest. Allah knows it. And He wants you to come to Him and tell Him. Not because He does not already know, but because He wants you to come to Him. He wants that moment between you and Him. He wants that conversation. Love Hazrat Ali, love him deeply, love him sincerely, love him with all your heart. Learn from his courage, draw light from his knowledge, draw strength from his patience. Make his life your model and his path your path. But when you call out, call upon Allah. Because the greatest joy of Hazrat Ali would be this, that those who love him walk in his footsteps. And his footstep was this, that in every moment, in every condition, in every trial and every blessing, only Allah was called upon. O Allah, turn our hearts only toward you. Make us among those who call only upon you, who ask only from you, who trust only in you. Make our loves into faith and keep our faith intact until the day we stand before you. Ameen.